Good morning, everyone. Debs here, and I'm starting a new mandala. And I bought this book through Amazon, and they're beautiful. They're beautiful. I mean, excuse me, let me show you real quick here. But every page has a different style of mandala. Anyway, I thought I'd show you the beginning stages of this one. See if I can get a nice bright. Well, lighting's not great, but this is how I start it, and then I kind of get a pattern going, and that's what I'm doing. I've got this one and this one, and then I'll go to the next step, and I never know really what I'm gonna do, but I thought I'd show you just the different stages of making this mandala. I hope you enjoy it. So I've finished all of the little blue fire darts. And I'm going to figure out what I'm going to do next. I'll just look around and see what kind of ideas I come up with. And I'll be back with my next step. So I sort of came up with something. And you know what? It's always going to just be something you create as you go. So I decided to, instead of just having them plain, which you could do, I'll put a little pink circle and I'm going to put black around them. I haven't used a lot of black as I've been doing mandalas until Amanda gave me some cool pens when I was visiting. And they've got a very tiny head. I think it's 0.4 millimeters. So I can kind of do some intricate stuff. But anyway, I'm using black with the pink in the middle. And I'm going to continue to go all the way around, and then I'll go to the next step. And each one is, you can take a break, or you can continue and find the next color you want to deal with. As I sit here, it is Sunday afternoon. It's a beautiful day outside in Texas. It's not too hot. And in the 80s, listening to some XM radio, this time watercolors, just to keep it so I can share it. So let's go to the next step. In each one of those, and they're not going to be the same. As a matter of fact, that's what makes this kind of coloring so unique. If things don't work out, you can move it over, you can change things around, and just kind of let it flow. And if you do make a mistake, you don't. There's no mistakes. That's how I feel. So let's see what I'm going to do next. And eventually I'm going to have to get a camera holder for my cell phone that can keep it in this kind of position. But everything I've tried, they fall, so I don't have the right stuff. So bear with me. But anyway, I hope you're enjoying what I'm doing here. And I'll be back in a few minutes with my next step. I'm going to give it some thought. I just colored in these little teal colored or turquoise colored little flower buds, whatever you want to call them. And I, go on to the next. And kind of just let it flow. Trying to figure out, do I want, the teal on these things here? Bring in another color. Maybe go to work somewhere else. Sometimes you use a little space, then go somewhere else and try a new thing. But right now, I'm just going to see what flows out of me next. Just go real slow and careful. So I decided to take the teal, and as you can see, there's a little kind of sharp arrowy thing. I'm going to just do the ones on this side all the way around. So the next one would be this one, and then this one, because I'll do it all around and see how I feel about having another color on the other side. But I got to take my time. I also did a couple of these cute little, I don't know what you want to call them, little leaves on each side, but I'm going to bring in different colors. So it's just something that grows as you do it. Let's go on. I added red, another one of the pens that I got from Amanda, and I'm coloring in, see the red, each one of these little spots. I have a couple more to do, and then I'll have gotten that step done. That's it. Just enjoying myself. So not only did I do the red pen there, but I decided to go around the edge with this red pen. So that's what I did next. I added a dark purple, and I also am putting it around here. And don't be afraid to mix your colors. And this is going to be a vibrant mandala. I have done them. Let me show you just a couple other ones I've done. Now this is before I got really nice, thick, wonderful drawing tablet that is made for like framing. This was just like a $3 book of mandalas for adult coloring at Dollar General, but they were pretty. I really started off like that. I didn't just invest in, you know, these were $3 books versus $22 and $15. But, you know, it's kept me busy during this pandemic. Jeez. But I really do enjoy using and mixing colors. You can see I've got several colors. So don't be afraid to mix the colors, because that's what makes it neat. Look at them all. I mean, there's so many. I did so many. Yeah, and they're all unique. And I can sort of see where I've gotten better at it too. And I think that's just depending on really what tools, like if you have a pen that's too thick and you're trying to make something tiny, it messes up. So you got to have certain kinds of pens. But anyway, I thought I'd share just some of the ones I've done in the past couple of months. You look at them all. Unbelievable, really. I look at them myself, and that one was just like two big hearts, and I didn't know what to do with them. Hearts within hearts. Anyway, that was the kind of book that it came from at Dollar General. Yeah, and then I got into this book. Oops. And of course, it's much better because it's made with a perforation here that you fold. Comes off beautiful for framing. And I always have the sheet underneath it, so it doesn't bleed through. And I try to keep it as neat as possible. But, you know, you're only human. If a little teeny something mistake happens, big deal. Just keep going. Let's finish the purple. And I thought, let me bring in some more black. So that was my next step, was to bring in the black, because that's kind of neat. I don't use much black, but today this is kind of doing it. I like it. Keep going. See what else comes up. I decided to bring the black around each one of these, so I've got, you know, some more to do. And that's going to be beautiful. I love it. See, it's just kind of comes together. It's going to take a while. These are not something that, you know, happens in an hour. No. Probably a few hours. Let's keep going, right? Okay, so I'm going to take the black even further, and I'm going around the whole thing. That's what I'm doing next. Now, I take my time. I really have to, or you can mess it up. And if you do mess it up a little bit, just keep going. You'll straighten it out. It works out. As I was doing this, I made a mistake. So what I did to compensate the mistake, because there are none, I'm going to color in every other. So I'm going to do this one right here, and it's going to look perfect. You'll see. No mistakes. You have to just kind of go with it. That's the pattern, and I've changed it a little. But I'm going to put an accent color on those and just make it work. And it will work, because that's the way it goes. But you can see it's very intricate, and I mean, just take your mind off it for a second and start and go, oops, wrong one. And that happens. But it's okay. Like I said, and I just keep going. Okay. So what I did to compensate is I did a nice bright yellow. And now, does that look like a mistake? Nope. You know, you never know. You get aggravated for a second thinking, oh dear. And then look, it comes out just as pretty, maybe even prettier. So I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna take a 5-minute break, walk around a little bit, stretch my legs, and come right back. I decided to bring the black around each one of these, so I've got, you know, some more to do. And that's gonna be beautiful. I love it. See, it's just kind of comes together. It's gonna take a while. These are not something that, you know, happens in an hour, no. Quite a few, probably a few hours. Let's keep going, right? Just added some green. And I'm gonna continue finishing up with the green. I might bring the green all the way down, but I stopped there just to make sure. And that's what I'm doing. I've kind of been busy. I didn't want to, you know, take forever to show you each one, but I decided to fill in the teal turquoise, and all these are going to be teal. And I got into 2 green and 2 teal, and that kind of just is starting to get filled in. I'm going to do the turquoisey teal around each one of these. I'll be back. Working at it. I've kind of filled in. What I did is I put the black around the point. I know you can barely see this, but there's teal and then blue. And that's, you know, filling in. Let's keep going. See where I go next. I don't even know. It's coming along. What I did was I put a nice fuchsia pink, all that. So I finished that center. And I kind of came down and did some more fuchsia pink around. And then the light pink, I brought it in on here. And it just builds from there. As you can see, it's time consuming, but it's very relaxing. I really enjoy it. Okay, I thought I would stop at this point. So I brought in a dark green and made little buds, little fire buds. I don't know what you want to call them. And that's the latest step. I also did green little in there too, in those little squares. It's moving along, getting in, filling it in. Pretty exciting when it gets to this point, you know? I hope you're enjoying this. Let me know in the comments, of course. Now I added the red all around. So that's another step along the way. I just take my time. What's next? Let's see. I don't know. I'll be back with. I have been working diligently on green. Put it all the way around. So it's closing in, isn't it? And I just think about it a little bit. Sometimes take a break, walk away, and see what I feel like the next step is. So that's what's going on. Trying to get this done. Okay, I added the light pink. I think in the dark pink. It's filling in very nicely. I added, I believe, that blue on each side, which is that blue right there. It's getting done. Yeah, okay, let's keep going. Because this is a long process, so believe me, I am sparing you hours. Down to the final color. Because I filled it all in. I used yellow and pink and purple and just, you know, followed through as much as I could. And it turned out good. And I'm going to do those arrows, and I'm thinking black. So that's what I'm gonna do. Done. All done. I did do black there. It's all complete. I hope you enjoyed this. I enjoyed making it with you in mind. And if you did enjoy it, give it a thumbs up. Leave comments if you'd like to ask a couple questions about these. They're really fun to do. I'm going to probably list a couple on Etsy. I'm thinking I'm going to buy a couple frames and really make them look nice. But anyway, thank you for watching. Have a great rest of your day.